Hey you! Yeah, you there! You make me sick with your beginner nonsense. I've had enough of you looking at your disgustingness, so I'm going to teach you about the top 5 beginner mistakes I see in Dead by Daylight. In this video, I'm going to cover 5 topics, obviously, because it's top 5 beginner mistakes that you make, so obviously I'm going to talk about 5 things. I'm going to talk about 3 gens, looking the wrong way during chases, not taking advantage of your inventory building capabilities. Gen rushing is a good thing, and many beginners think it's not, so we're going to go over that, of course. And lastly is not using the environment the DBD gives you. I'll be explaining what these things are, why they're bad, and how you, the professional DBD player you are, can avoid them. The first mistake I see you foolish beginners making on a daggum daily basis is 3-genning yourself. A 3-gen refers to when you've completed 4 out of the 7 generators that spawn on the map. Now, you may be thinking, but wait, Pagdonius, why does 7 generators spawn on the map when you only need to complete 5 to power up the exit gates? Well, first, I'm proud of you for remembering that, but second of all,
shut your daggum mouth!
There are extra generators on the map to make it easier to complete your 5 generators, but that instantly becomes way harder if you only complete generators on the outside of the map, leaving 3 generators on the inside of the map right next to each other incomplete. The issue with doing this is that these generators are close together, meaning that the killer can circle these 3 generators while keeping an eye on the other 2 generators and keep people off of generators effectively for the rest of the game, even if the rest of the survivors are still alive. This is bad because it leads to a nightmarish end-of-game situation where all of your teammates are still alive, but you can't get the last generator done because the killer is able to be on top of all 3 of the remaining generators at the same time. The best and really only way to avoid 3-genning yourself is by doing a generator in the center of the map as early as possible into the game. That way it's already completed come that late game stage when you're running out of generators on the map to do. The second thing I see you beginners doing that makes me upset that I ever touched this game is not using your item and add-ons effectively. Now, if you're really new to DBD, you may be wondering, Pagdonius Esquire, what even is an item or add-on? And to that I'll say, you should go watch my previous videos where I explain it, but in case you're not feeling it, I'll explain them here. An item is exactly that. An item that you bring to the arena that helps you complete processes or offers other advantages in the game. For example, a toolbox helps you A toolbox helps you repair generators quicker, a medkit helps you heal your teammates quicker, flashlights can blind the killer, and keys perform a whole lot of different actions. Depends on what add-ons you bring. Add-ons either change how long your item works for, how efficiently your item works, or changes the way your item works entirely in some circumstances. I'm not going to go into what all these specifically do in this particular video, but if you're ever curious on what an item or add-on does, hover over it and a description of that item or add-on will appear. Now, what I mean when I say not using an item or add-on effectively is 1, some beginners won't even bring an item or add-on, which is a big no-no. If you have an item in your inventory that you can bring, it is absolutely worth bringing due to the great advantages it gives you and your team. The same thing goes for add-ons. It just takes that item and makes it even better. So if you have them, why not bring them? Now, the other thing I see you beginners doing with your inventory is building an inventory of items and add-ons, getting in game, and then not using them. Why would you do this? Why go through the effort of making a build with an item and add-on and then not using the great advantages it gives you? It doesn't make any daggum sense. And here on Pagdonius Esquire's channel, we do things that make daggum sense. Now that I've explained to you what items and add-ons are, why you should bring them, what they do, and also why you should bring them, I hope to never see any of you guys bring them and not use them, or never bring them again. The third beginner mistake that I need to correct right away is looking the wrong way while being chased. And by that I mean looking dead forward like I am while running here. When being chased, you want to be looking backwards over your shoulder so you can keep an eye on the killer. If you're only looking forwards while being chased, then you'll never know how close to you the killer is, which is crucial as sometimes you have to make evasive maneuvers when the killer gets too close to you to make it to any kind of pallet or window. So here I am getting chased, and as you can tell, I'm taking routine looks over my shoulder so I can see how far Trapper is while still looking in front of me enough to know what's in front of me and that I'm not about to run into anything. While I'm not going to live, It is important to stay looking behind you so you know exactly where the killer is at all times. While I take some time here to heal Fang, I do want to point out it's important to not only look over your shoulder while running, because if you don't look forwards at all, then you're just going to run into things and die. And here at Pagdonius Esquire's channel, we don't die. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the concept of gen rushing and why it's a good thing that you should do. I've just spawned in, the game just started, and our goal, of course, is to power 5 generators and get out of here. So why would I do anything other than hop on a generator immediately? And this is a mistake I see a lot of beginners make. They get in the game, and they go running around looking for totems or chests or the killer himself. Get in the game and get on a gen. This is a concept known as gen rushing. And it's a great strategy to just get all of the generators done and out of the game as quick as possible. If I'm new to Dead by Daylight, like many of you are, and I'm just loading into a game, I would do everything in my power to get on a generator as quick as I can and start cranking them out as soon as possible. The fifth and final tip I need to give you professional DBD gamers before I send you back out into the wild is use your environment effectively. Now, what I mean when I say that is when you're getting chased, look for pallets, look for windows, and look for buildings. These all give an opportunity to put a wall between you and your killer and give yourself extra valuable seconds needed in a chase that your teammates can spend doing generators and you can spend getting as far away from the person trying to take your life as you possibly can. Many beginners will run straight past a pallet in a chase and not even try to use it. Again, this is just playing the game on hard mode for no reason. When you're being chased, always keep an eye out for pallets, buildings, and windows, as these offer a way to get away from your killer while also buying time for your teammates to continue doing the generators that you so desperately need done. Oh, I didn't know that could jump over pallets! I didn't know the dog could jump over pallets! And there you have it, fellow players of DBD. I've taught you 5 beginner tips and tricks to use to improve your Dead by Daylight gameplay. Now go out there and nibble on those killers' toes, and maybe they'll nibble on yours back. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.